Hey guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this wonderful Wednesday here in Connecticut. Life's good, campers. Life is good. Let's get right to it. I have a very busy day, but you saw the thumbnail. Benjamin Margolin, Strength Personified. I was all set to do flexibility today, strength, flexibility, endurance, and I realized, man, you can't just gloss over strength and power without talking about Margolin. He may have been the strongest ever, and that's including Mel Broyles. Now, that is almost blasphemous for me to say that, but wait until you hear the clip. Anyway, speaking of which, I played quite a bit. Let's see how much power I've got left. All right? Quite a bit. Life's good. Why do you think I'm always in a great mood? The chops are just there, man. Anyway, first notes of the day. You practice an hour, you practice 3 hours. Doesn't matter. Anyway, Benjamin Margolin. Now, this guy, there's a lot of things to cover here. We should be able to get it in. But he first came to my on my radar way back studying Vacchiano. Now, at the time, Vacchiano was preparing to go to the visit Russia, with the New York Philharmonic. And he said there's a couple things he wanted to see. He wanted to see the Great Gate of Kiev. And it was funny. He visited the museum that had the replica of the Great Gate of Kiev that Mussorgsky wrote about. Now, Vacchiano knew it was a replica. When he says, "To ceremony, this Great Gate is this big. It's all brick. Very, very disappointing." Anyway, but he also wanted to meet Benjamin Margolin. He said, "I've heard so much about this guy. He's supposed to be the strongest, blah, 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 blah. And it's like I'm going to meet Paul Bunyan or something." His words. Well, the next time I saw him, when he came back, he said, he's the goods. He's the goods. Incredibly strong. Now, this was way back in the early 70s, guys. This was, the Iron Curtain and, recordings and no social media and all this sort of stuff. We didn't know who he was. And the fact of the matter is there's not a lot of pictures and clips of him playing. But I got, and I've done this before, and I've used this clip before, but guys, listen to it again. It's down below. It's very, very short, not even 2 minutes long. And it is a clip from Richard Strauss' Alpine Symphony. Okay? Now, the best recording I've heard, Batayan did one, but he is not in this class, power-wise. Not in this class. Now, it starts right at the beginning, and be careful, just at about 7 seconds. Now, at this part in the symphony, Every part of the orchestra is playing at triple forte. And they have all these disparate parts that are sort of almost a cacophony of sound that seems to obviously fit together. But this is what's going on. And you listen to Margolin come in at number 7 seconds. Guys, brace yourself. You are going to think it is the entire trumpet section playing in unison. That he can just absolutely drown out this monster, strong orchestra to begin with, just drown them out and sound like there's 4 trumpets. I can honestly say I have never, Mel does a thing in Pagliacci that's pretty amazing, power-wise. But also it comes back, a little variation on that theme, comes back at about 40 seconds. Same thing. And goes, guys, those top notes are high E's. And you'll hear it. It's just big as a house. You know he's got G's and double C's. You just know he does. I mean, you listen to these E's. Effortless, but the power. The power. Anyway. I think he and Mel are, for pure power now, I'm talking, they're on the same level. I might put, for pure power now, I'll put Catarabic there. I'll put Conrad Gazzo there. I mean, A Trumpet's Prayer is just power personified. I can't put Herseth there. As great as Herseth is, and at the end of the day, I might even like Herseth's overall chops and sound better than Margolin. But for pure power, we're talking strength here. I've never heard anything like this. I've never heard anything like this. Today's players, not even close. Bataillon, God bless him, is probably the strongest of the bunch. Not on this level. Not on this level, not even close. And you want to go down a notch to Bilger and them, not even on the decibel meaning. Okay? You want to compare them to Russian trumpet players. Doc Schutzer. Doc Schutzer probably has more technique. Although when you hear this sound, I can hear it. I can hear it. He's got dazzling technique. Maybe not Doc Schutzer-esque, but the next best thing. But Doc Schutzer was not that strong. And he was very, very strong for the type of multiple tonguing gig that he did. Doc Schutzer, his tone could cover Stagers. Stagers more center, but for pure power. Nakarayakov, for power, don't make me laugh. Nakarayakov isn't even strong by today's standards. Compared to that, not even in the stratosphere. I put Herseth, Mel, all those guys before Nakarayakov. Now, Nakarayakov has his virtues. Don't get me wrong. That's for another video. But power, not even close. Now, here's the thing that you're going to love. And guys, I can't impress this upon you enough. I just can't, what I'm about to say. Benjamin Margolin, since he was a kid, was a nationally ranked, according to age group. He did it his entire life, nationally ranked according to his age group. Not always number 1. Sometimes he was 7, sometimes he was 5. He was a nationally ranked Gerovic. That is one who does kettlebell. I'm not kidding, guys. I'm not kidding about this. I told this to Pavel. He couldn't believe it. He thought it was one of the greatest stories he ever heard. But here's the deal. Kettlebell is like a national pastime back 300 years. More than that, 350 years by now. Okay? And the competition was very, very keen. And all the young kids, young boys, were grown up and bred with this kettlebell. And right through, age group, he was always right up at the top doing kettlebell. And I read an article about him. He says, what are you going to do now that you're retired? And he says, easy. I just have more time to do kettlebell. Guys, I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. But Jerry told me that story, and Jerry told me years ago when I started with the kettlebell. We couldn't believe the spike that the kettlebell gave the tone and power of the trumpet. the strength. Hyperradiation, I've been through that a zillion times. But guys, I couldn't just jump over this story when I'm talking about strength and power and go right to flexibility. We'll do that tomorrow. Guys, for my money, power now. Not saying the total package. I mean, I can't honestly say I like him better than Maurice Henry. You see what I'm saying? Power. He may just be the best. God bless you, Mel. I'm sorry. You're right there with him. You're right there. Catarabicus too, for sure. Gazzo, absolutely. I'm trying to think. Recent guys? No. There's too much technology, guys. There's no reason with the technology, the microphone, the reverb, all this sort of stuff today, to play that loud. Okay? That doesn't mean they have better chops than the strong guys. All right? Anyway, enough said. Eat and drink your fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. Not the fake stuff, true power. Check out 7 seconds and in about 40 seconds of the clip. Okay, guys. Love you all.